Hello friends, today in this video we are going to look into the prototype and inheritance and other concepts like prototypal inheritance in JavaScript. As you can see in the screen, there is some code snippet. Here if you check, there is an object obj which is a simple name value pair, and we are consoling its proto. So I will talk more later in this video about the some keywords. So for now, consider proto is a keyword to get the prototype of any particular object. And on the same lines, we have created array object and function object, and we are printing its proto and protos to proto. That means its father and its grandfather. So let's run this code. Here if you see, the first proto is null, right? The object, the obj, is having its parent which is of prototype of null prototype, and this array object is there, and its prototype is basically array, and then its proto to proto is this object, which is basically a null object. And on the functions, its proto is again a basic object, and then its proto to proto is null. So let's read some definitions of prototype. What is prototype? How we can access that prototype, and how we can set the value of prototype. In simple terms, prototype is a basic skeleton on which other objects are built. So any object can become a prototype of any other object. So let's talk about some of the definitions of prototype and its related keywords in JavaScript. So every object in JavaScript has a hidden property prototype in this format, and this can be accessed using this proto keyword with underscores on both the sides. And this proto is not a property of the object, but it is a getter and setter for accessing the prototype. If a property does not exist in keys of the object, then its value is automatically searched in the prototype. What I mean to say? So here, let's take an example. On the screen, you can see some code snippet where object 1 is a key value pair, which is a name and ABC is value, and object 2 is having the description as a key and alphabets is its value. And if we print the name of key on object 2, you can see there is no property of with key name on object 2, so its value should be undefined. And when we set the prototype of object 2 is prototype 1, then we print this name on object 2. It will pick its value from the object 1. First of all, it will search the name key in object 2. If it is not found there, then it will search in its prototype, that is object 1, and this is called prototypal inheritance. Run this code. Yeah, you can see. So prototype in JavaScript works in chain. As we can see, object 1 have null prototype, then object 2 prototype is object 1, and if we create third object and its prototype we make this object 2, then the series will go just like this: prototype and then its parent will have some prototype, and its prototype can be object or null. And at the top, only the object or null value can be provided, others are not accepted. Let's go through one more example. You can see there is a function called car. Its name will be passed through parameter. Then on this function prototype, we added one more function. Then we created one object of this car. Then we are calling this newly added functions through different forms. So before going deep into this example, let me talk about one more concept, which is function object in JavaScript. So if you create an object of function using the keyword new, it will create an object which will have some context. So the value of this keyword will come through that particular object. So here we are calling the car.describe on this object. So what do you guess? What should it print? This object has this keyword, and then the name will be BMW, right? And what are the other statements should print? Can you guess? First is BMW and others are undefined. This could be easily explained if you understood the concept of this keyword in JavaScript. You can watch my video on JavaScript. I will provide the link in the description. And in this line, proto will provide the prototype of this particular object, and it will call this on that prototype object. And the prototype object itself has no this. Understood the concept? Thanks for watching this video. If you like, please click on the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.